What was your recruiting process like? I'll talk about. I have to start with how unconventional and ridiculous mine was, because I was so determined to play Division One football. I talked to our strength and conditioning coach, Kyrie, and he told me that in the 1990s he had to physically mail out his like VHS tape of his highlight reel to schools that he wanted to like play at or whatever. And I was like, oh, that's actually a really great idea, is like you doing the outreach to the schools that you want to play for. And I was like, okay, so then I went onto Google in like 2015 or 2016 or whatever, and I Googled NCAA Division One schools, like FBS and FCS schools. And I found a list that I could sort by win-loss records, and I sorted by loss records. And I started emailing the worst Division One schools and sending them my tape, because we went to a tiny school. Nobody was looking at a 300 person school to be like, yeah, there's probably a good player there. So like I found the worst D1 schools that I could find, sent them all emails or DMs on Twitter, and was like, hey, I'm interested in playing football. Can we talk or whatever? And it netted really good results. I got to visit like Towson University and Cornell, and there was a bunch on the East Coast that I visited. But then there were bigger ones that I visited. I visited Northwestern. I visited K-State, and yeah, and then I ended up having the SDSU coach DM me on Twitter, the defensive line coach DM'd me on Twitter, and he said it was one of the shortest conversations ever. I've since deleted my Twitter, so I wish I could pull up those messages, but it was like one of the shortest conversations ever. He just said they were interested and I should send my transcripts over, and then I sent them over, and they offered me a walk-on spot. And so I never visited the school, never did anything else. I just was like, all right, I'm going to San Diego State.